This is just like real talk.
Yeah, for real.
This is like, bro, when we like become very, very successful in business, like you'll make this part look small, then you can just like talk forever, bro, because you have so many experiences.
Yeah.
But like, we have some experiences, but like, not that much, bro. So we're just like practicing talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
probably
mean, we're
cut
just
that out.
embracing the environment here. You know, on the pontoon on the lake. For real, this is a really nice environment to embrace.
Anyways, I want you to give a testimony to why coffee addiction is actually good. Give a plug. How does it help you? And why should all men develop a coffee addiction? On the
Why
boat.
should we all?
Why does it make
I
you
mean-
a better person, bro? Why does it give you a love for life?
People hate it. Some people love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it because it helps me focus. Actually, people say differently. People say it blocks out your creativity and your frontal cortex, but I think different because for me personally, it helped me focus. And
Has people said that? It blocks out your creativity and your frontal cortex?
yeah, I've heard that before on a podcast. Yeah,
Bro, I thought it was the opposite. I'm pretty sure it is the opposite.
for real.
It like envelops like your frontal cortex. It like helps it focus. I actually read a book on this called what's it called? Something fire, like burning fire or something, that talks about how you like extract like dopamine from your brain. Caffeine is really good for people with like ADHD and stuff because you bring energy to your prefrontal cortex and it helps you like focus and stuff. But like, yeah, dude, I love coffee.
Yeah.
I developed a coffee addiction. Ever since I developed a coffee addiction, my life is like it's gone way better, bro.
I can tell, for real. I can tell. For me, I started, my dad drinks coffee every single second of the day. And I'm like, why do you drink this? Why do you drink this? Obviously, it's an addiction at the end of the day. But if you're using it in the right way, absolutely. Because, obviously, you're going to find out here soon why it helps you. It helps me focus, like I just said. But yeah.
All right, bro. I have two questions then.
All right.
One, do you want to start with the bad one or the good one?
Let's do the good one first.
Okay. Actually, I just have one. Bad
You
one.
have one bad one. Shoot.
Do you think that the whole notion that coffee is bad for you and that we shouldn't drink it is a matrix attack? Like they want us to think that? They want us to be against it?
Oh my, that's a pretty tricky question, but obviously the government and the matrix is trying to stay away from good things that help people, but that's a really, really good question actually, but you probably know more about that than me, so let me reverse the question. What do you think?
I don't know, bro. It's like the more I live and the more I see what's going on, I think that they like take everything that's like good, bro, and made for good, and then like they like don't want us to have those things, and they don't actually care about what benefits us at all.
Yeah.
So it's easy to see like caffeine as like just another drug and be like, oh yeah, classified as that. But at the same time, like caffeine, because I was listening to a podcast about this, caffeine was like developed so workers could like work more, and that like I think Ford like the company Ford way back in the 30s, like now people could work like night shifts and work way longer and stuff too, like the Industrial Revolution. So like part of it like develops like their argument too, but I actually think like black coffee's like good for you. But like I always look at it like, how does that stand like in the biblical sense too though? Because like people weren't just like drinking coffee back then, or maybe they were.
That would be very interesting if they were, but
I never know how that works. 'Cause coffee beans are natural.
Yeah, true. But I was actually walking through the hospital, and then it says right there on the sign, coffee is good for you, not bad for you.
What? Did you actually see a sign?
Yeah, I
that said
swear,
that?
I swear.
Wait. Coffee is good for you?
Coffee, literally quote, coffee is good for you.
Okay. Bro, obviously it's good for you. See, but like, if the government's like was saying like coffee is good for you, I'd probably like think it was like bad for you.
Yeah, so.
Dude, that's how like little trust I have in like the government. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about the government, but like, cause we're gonna talk about success, but like, it really is like that nowadays, bro.
Really, yeah, they're trying to mind boggle you and trick you and everything. You just gotta believe what you gotta believe and stay to God,
But as far as coffee, bro, the thing you said about like being a kid, like when I used to like watch people drink coffee, like watch adults, I was like, bro, I'm never gonna drink that. I thought it was like so cool, and then
Yeah.
now it's like I'm not addicted. Caffeine is just nice. You'll see, bro, and I'm glad so many young people are hopping into the computer work and getting into digital marketing and doing online stores and stuff, because it actually takes, especially in the startup phase, it takes a lot of brain work, and coffee really helps your brain. Coffee really helps my brain, and I'd say caffeine really works well. So I'll give two statements. Caffeine doesn't work well if you don't have if you don't have a lot of movement in your life. Then I think you shouldn't be drinking like a lot of caffeine, because then you're manipulating your energy. But it really works well. Have you ever like went for like a run or did a workout and then drank caffeine?
I have, yeah,
Bro,
every single morning, but yeah.
Shit feels amazing after that. Like it almost feels better after you do it.
Yeah.
But like if you're just like, if you're not going to the gym, if you're not working out, you're just drinking caffeine, bro, you're gonna hate caffeine. Because I actually think they work well together. I think.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have a reason to drink caffeine. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Because caffeine doesn't give you energy. It blocks out your tired, like it blocks out your fatigue or whatever. Heard that from Andrew Huberman. It actually just blocks out, the chemicals that make you tired and stuff, just fatigue. So, yeah.
I mean, also another reason why, coffee's better than an energy drink. Would you rather wake up, smell some coffee making up in the morning, or crack open a can that has, you never know what's in it, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I like coffee more than energy drinks, even though there's some good energy drinks out there.
Dude, drinking a nice just cup of black coffee when you're just when you're like successful and you know you're doing things right, when you know you got a good relationship with God, bro, when you're making money, when you're like hitting all your goals, it's just like, it's the most rewarding feeling, bro. And there's like in the morning when you wake up early, when you're like, damn, this day is gonna be a good day.
For real, bro. For real.
Bro, those days I like cherish, bro. Honestly, I like that better than I like even just like a day at the lake, bro.
For real?
I mean,
Just
like
that moment?
you wake up. I mean, yeah, it'd be better at the lake, or any other place. But,
Absolutely, bro. It's like the best place on earth.
I have a thing on my list called moving to Dubai. I never thought about it, but like that kind of came to my head when I think about just drinking coffee. It's like looking over Dubai, looking over like the desert and stuff, bro, and drinking your morning coffee. It's crazy because like I actually think that's good, because I mean we're 18 to 19 and like coffee is seen as like an old man kind of thing. But like, dude, when you're in the business, you're in the business, bro. And I was actually talking to this. No, I think it was. No, I was talking to this guy today, and I was like, I go to so many meetings and I meet up with so many professional people, and at the end of the day, your age doesn't matter, but you get a lot of compliments for being young and when you're really wise and when you're doing stuff and when you're working on your personal brand, on your business and whatnot. And a lot of older people, even just in their mid-30s and stuff, will come up and say to you how impressed they are that you're doing stuff at their age. But when they're buying stuff from you and when you're providing a service, they do not give a fuck how old you are, bro. They do not care how old you are. If you have a performance-based offer, let's say, and you're like, if I don't do this for you, I'll give you your money back. They don't care that you're 18. They don't care that you're 20, bro. They want their money back. Because, so I see that the same as like drinking coffee, bro, or like being in business or being wise, bro. It doesn't really matter how old you are. I mean,
Yeah.
Bro, business really, really, really matured me. Like actually just doing my own stuff and grinding as hard as I did. I mean, you were talking about the winter. I don't know how many. I always feel like more people can relate. I feel like God made this world where like more people can relate to a certain time frame. So I actually think this winter was interesting for the majority of people. And I like to think that a lot of people had a very big awakening this winter. Bro, I for sure did. Like winter's like 6 months for us, not for everybody. But dude, the beginning of this winter is so much different from now, and I'm so much better now, bro. What you were talking about winter, so
Yeah,
I wanted to.
That's so awesome that you can control your mindset in the winter, because when the seasons change, also your mindset changes. For me, at least, but I need to learn how to control winter, because I just cannot deal with winter, bro. For real, it's just a hard time, because everything, your dopamine raises actually, because a lot more distracted indoors, sitting down a lot, But yeah, that's good that you actually can control yourself when it comes to winter and seasons change.
Do you think you were better? How much better are you now? Well, do you think you were better now than the start of winter?
Oh, 100%. When the summer has now started, I feel more alive, you know what I'm saying? I feel more, open-minded But in the winter, you know, I just feel foggy all the time. I just can't really focus. But
Sure, bro.
yeah,
Makes you disciplined though.
Yeah,
Not even
for
gonna lie.
real.
Makes you
Yeah.
hella disciplined. I was gonna touch on because see, bro, we can just wing it. Like we can talk about stuff. I feel like this is good.
yeah,
Maybe you know it's good to bring up just bullet points, but like winging is sometimes good unless you have guests on the podcast. It's always good to do research and guests and stuff. But you know we get more developed in the future. But this is good, bro.
I like it. Yeah.
But I was gonna say because we were talking about time-based goals, and I tell people this all the time, and I've actually written so many posts on this. Setting like a maturity, like I was trying to figure out this word earlier, but like set a goal based on like a certain event, and the biggest event is like your age. So like I have to set a 12-month goal to 19, and then I have to break that down by months, and then by weeks, and then by days.
Yeah.
And I think, are you gonna set like an 11-month goal for yourself now?
Dude, I really do want to, honestly. Now that I just turned 19. But
It's important, bro.
yeah,
It's really how you track stuff.
yeah. I mean, I really have to put some thought in that because I can't just throw things out there
Yeah.
that really don't matter. So I feel like I should just, you know, really focus, sit down, and then the things that I really want in life, you know, a lot of connections. You know, the number one thing that I would really want to work on and get closer to is God right now. So every single night, you know, read the Bible, pray before food, whatever, and then just think about God. What would Jesus do in every situation?
Dude, that's huge.
Yeah,
I agree with you, bro.
yeah.
Do you but you have to break it down. You eventually have to break it down day by day.
Day by day, that's where it gets tricky, because you never know what's gonna come up. But
Well, how I do it, bro, is like, so all right, 12-month goal. I need to get to this, and it's usually like a number like 15 to 30 or something. I'll give an example. Like if I have to post 30 LinkedIn posts for my business in a month, I have to do one a day. 60 LinkedIn posts, I have to do 2 a day. I understand that if I don't do 2 a day, I'm not gonna hit that goal. So bro, that is such a good system, and you can literally do it for anything, bro. That like you never lose track because you understand if you don't do it that day, you're gonna fail the goal. So like, that's how I like to track my goals, and I actually started doing that last winter, bro. I set a 4-month goal for myself, and I basically achieved it. It's kind of fire.
4-month goal. What was that? What was your goal?
I'm trying to remember. It was something to do with my business and income goals, and then a couple of clients. So I had, it wasn't 4 months ago. It was about 6 or 8 months ago. Yeah, I'm just scratching 19 in a month now. Literally a month from now, scratching 19. Let's go.
Let's go.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel about 19. 19 is a weird age.
What do you think it's gonna feel like?
It's not gonna feel more weird than 20 though.
Yeah, 20s. Well, especially
Dude.
21. But
Dude, when I was flying every week, like during that, because I flew like every week during the winter, dude, I always sat by like different people. Like I sat by Australians, I sat by like 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, like people flying in to get to the army or get like their master's degree, bro. And I always asked, dude, I literally posted a tweet about this and it went like nearly viral, bro. It's like I always ask what it felt like to be their age. You know how you see those videos where they go and like interview people? What's it like to be 60 or what's it like to be a millionaire? Bro, those are like my favorite conversations, bro.
what was those like?
Well, like I asked this girl that was reading a book on getting her master's in, so she was a woman and she was living in Chicago going to move to New York, and she was getting her master's. She was very intelligent, and she was like, oh, I'm 21. And so I basically, she's like, no, she's 25. And I was like, what's it like being 25? And she was like, you know, it feels weird because I'm almost 30, but I feel like I'm still like 19 because I told her I'm 18. I'm like, how's your life changed since you were 18? And she was like, I still feel like I'm 18. And conversations like that. And then I talked to like 60-year-olds, and they just want to talk about how when they were 18, how stuff was like way different and stuff. And then they asked me so many questions because so much things have changed, and I'm like running a business and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, those conversations are like so interesting. And I feel like, listen, if you're don't do this to a girl, but like if you need to start a conversation, just ask something about their life and ask what that's like, because that's a good conversation starter. But like, I don't know, bro, what's it feel like to be 19?
Dude, it feels so much different because, you know, like I'm just looking back when I was 16, and I'm all of a sudden just 19. It just went so fast. You know, it's different, I guess. But
You know what's crazy though? I don't miss being 16. or 17.
Hmm.
I don't miss being any other age, bro. I'm pretty like, dude, this is the other thing, having set goals. That's the only thing on your mind. You never miss the past ever. And I really don't miss the past because I understand that the goals are the only thing on my mind. I have to do these every day, and I understand what the outcome will be. You kind of understand too. This is why you can set obnoxiously big goals and then break them down by day. You understand that you have a pretty high chance of getting there if you complete those goals. And then you get excited for that. So as far as the age thing, yeah, I really don't miss being younger. And it's not an extreme theory, bro. Everyone that misses high school or misses their childhood are doing something wrong, bro. They're doing something wrong in their life because you should be excited for the future. That's facts, bro.
Now that you put it that way, I feel like everybody is literally just dwelling on getting older because
getting older is exciting.
Yeah.
There's like, bro, we cannot. You already know what happened in the fucking past. Why would you want to like live that, dude? The future is so exciting. I hate how people like demonize life in general. Dude, like, think about how ridiculous that is, bro.
Yeah, for real. Especially when they regret things, but they don't know how to learn from failure, you know, from the past. They look in the past, but they're like, dang, I regret doing that, you know. But no, you're supposed to learn from it.
It's mostly adults too. They'll be like, "Oh, life is hard." Shut the fuck up. Like, you lost your testosterone a long time ago, bro. Dude, honestly, it's kind of like evil telling young people that life sucks, making them scared like that.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
That's why it's very important to like surround yourself with older people that are successful. Very important. Where are we going with the age thing now? Because I wanted to provide more examples of that conversation.
That was pretty deep. The age thing, surprisingly enough, gets pretty deep in conversation.
Turning 18 is probably the weirdest.
How so?
It's like, you know how Adam and Eve, like, they realized like stuff about the world after they ate the fruit?
Yeah.
It's like I realized that the truth about like the world, and that like all adults weren't wise. Most adults that were in like the middle class or whatever, or around my like parents or whatever, like knew as much as like I did. Essentially, not being arrogant, it's really true. I had to tell this 35-year-old the other day what an LLC was. He had no idea, bro. He had no idea. Because he was doing, basically, he didn't know how to write off his taxes, bro. He could have saved like thousands of dollars. I had to tell him what an LLC was.
Is he a business owner? Obviously, probably not.
Well, he was a contractor. And you can have your LLC and you can still write off stuff for your business. You can still operate under yourself. And dude, like, this is kind of weird for me because I told him what it was, and then he got quiet after that, and he told me he was like mad because nobody ever told him that. Like, an 18-year-old just told him that, and like nobody ever told him that. And like, understandable, bro, but like, ignorance costs you a lot of money. Costs you a lot. But
that's crazy. That's like step one to know an LLC when you're starting a business.
But yeah, dude, turning 18 was very weird because you go into an adult. It's not like anything changed. I'm fine now. I'm not worried about any other age now. Turning 18, you kind of realize that everyone is like, a lot of people are full of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
how so? Like how are they?
A lot of people aren't living the way that I am, bro. I'm extremely like, dude, adults ask me questions now. I'm extremely disciplined. And I now see that just because people are older, it doesn't mean they're wise. Dude, I've seen so many people that just like disgust me, and they're like 35 years old. They've had so much time to learn. They're still hedonists, bro. They're not disciplined. They have nothing going for them. And like, you can still try to help these people, but a lot of people are 16-year-olds in 35-year-olds' bodies, bro.
Yeah.
But I've met some revolutionary people, but people that are revolutionary, they tend to listen a lot more, and they tend to learn a lot more. A lot of people see what I'm doing, and they have no idea what kind of advice to give me because they've never done it. You know what I mean? So
it's just a step ahead of them. You know, maybe they just need to listen to you because younger people learn every single day. But what the new trend is, what the new business model, what the new thing is, you know what I'm saying? But
it is all effort though too. Anybody could do
absolutely,
it. Yeah. But that's why it was weird though, because like nobody could give me advice. I'm not being arrogant, bro. It was true. It was very weird for me, but it's good for life. I think you can turn the brightness up a little bit. Just cut that out. There you go.
You can slip back up. I thought it was just all white.
Yeah, I don't want it to be blushed out.
I think we could.
Yeah, bro. 20. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be any different. 21, I'm not gonna go crazy in the bars, so that's not gonna be a revolutionary age to me. Maybe buy some Cubans once in a while.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Not gonna get addicted to cigars, but dude, it's nice when you're doing hard shit. If you don't do hard shit, you don't deserve caffeine. You don't deserve cigars. You don't deserve vagina. You don't deserve anything. If you're not living to your full potential, yeah, bro, you don't deserve anything. And you're not contributing to this world at all. That's my idea, so.
Yeah.
But we live in a world where I'm not even gonna go there. Dude, look at that beautiful boat, bro. That's an album cover. If you guys didn't know, we're doing a boat right on the pontoon. We're doing a podcast right on the pontoon. It's beautiful out here. My mind feels very, very clear because it's so like quiet, bro. Like, listen.
In the background, bro.
I wish the whole lake smelled like coffee, bro.
Yeah. I mean, in the morning, bro, it smells like literally paradise. This is why my favorite. I would rather be here than honestly like a beach. I'm not gonna
Sometimes the lake is better than the ocean.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Bro, there's no denying that.
You can do anything you want, bro.
Reading a book on the lake, drinking your coffee, being a man, bro. Going for a swim.
On swims every day, bro.
Drinking more coffee after you're running your swim.
Yo.
Oh my goodness, bro.
On weekends, maybe Cuban cigar. Looking at, a nicer night than this. Obviously, it's about to rain, actually.
Yeah.
But, even the rain is beautiful, bro.
Making fun of all the losers. Helping people at the same time, but making fun of the people that don't want to do anything with their lives. Yeah. I honestly, bro, I can get critical with that sometimes, but I don't want to come off as like a mean person. But,
I mean, you're actually not, bro. Like, you're hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to learn how to stop being snowflakes.
I mean, you're right, bro. See that? I wasn't scared about that. But like, dude, this next thing I say might be mean. So like, I was running, and I'm in pretty good shape, bro. Like, I've always been in pretty good shape because I've taken care of myself, and I've never let myself go. And when I'm running, I like to. Well, I just see it, bro. Like, I get a lot of looks by some people, and sometimes it'll be very awkward when there's an average guy like walking around with like his girlfriend or something. But I always feel like, dude, this sounds so arrogant. I'm not trying to say anything, bro, but like, I feel like this has happened a lot where they'll see me and it'll be super awkward because they're like, damn, bro, he's in like good shape, like he looks big, and I feel like it inspires them because they're with their girl, because I think that's just like instinctual, like what men are like.
Yeah,
and they,
for real.
Even if the woman like doesn't care, because most of the time, bro, the woman probably like doesn't care. Where good women are pretty loyal, but I feel like the guy's like, damn, bro, what if she sees him in shape and I'm not in shape? I'm lacking a little bit. I feel like I've actually like internally like motivated some men just by doing that.
That's so awesome, bro, for real. Yeah, because you're just secretly just walking around. You don't even know you're inspiring people everywhere.
Yeah, I was like running and stuff. I mean, it's not even just my body. It's the fact that I'm like out here sweating, like running, like doing my cardio, bro, working my ass off. Happens in the gym too.
Bro, not only that, it comes crcharisma, Mile swims, totally different, bro. Like, you get charisma every single time you run to the lake, bro. Get back on the docks and the mile after the mile swim.
Purposely
run to the lake. Yeah.
Drowning yourself. Assess the lungs.
Discipline, bro.
Discipline, bro. I told you, all I need in life is an ice bath, it's a sauna, it's a lake. If possible, bro, I feel like Hawaii would be crazy.
Oh yeah, bro, that's the destination. It's literally paradise.
Fruit,
at that point, but.
Steak, eggs, perfect diet. That's the perfect diet. If anybody wants to know the perfect diet, is fruit, steak, and eggs, bro. That's how you stay the like ideal man. That's how you stay like in shape. Always.
Mindset too, and body wise too.
Dude, admit, bro, that's the perfect diet.
Once you said that, bro, yeah.
Fruit, steak, and eggs. Okay, we're on the same page. Maybe some like, bro, I tried cow heart one time.
What?
Dude.
What?
I tried cow brain and cow heart.
Where?
Dude.
Where?
The amount of dude, it's expensive as hell, bro.
What?
Dude, the amount of testosterone jump I had, bro. Dude, fuck vegetarians. my gosh, bro, it's absolutely beautiful out here. For real. Perfect day to be a business owner. Logan couldn't make the. They don't know who Logan is yet. I mean, the 6 people I watched and stuff. The podcast doesn't know who Logan is yet, but he told us, and I texted him, bro. I feel like a lot of people don't understand. I totally understood though. Just like he said, just like you guys understood when I had that bottleneck. I was like, bro, like, because I was dealing with that problem with my email, and he was like, bro, I hope you get through it. I understand. He was like, I got a lot of things to do tonight. I said I would come at this time, but I didn't. And I'm like, bro, I totally understand. When stuff comes up like that, you get busy. You like, clients need stuff. A lot of people don't understand that, bro. Their days end at 5. Our days, as an entrepreneur, your day never ends.
Never ends, bro.
So, my day's not done. I see the podcast as being productive, providing value for people.
Absolutely, we're learning right now. We're literally speaking into a learning experience. So,
speaking into a learning experience, dude. Hell yeah.
But yeah, Zorba's is across the way. We're about halfway to Zorba's. About to do a mile swim from right here. Hopefully, the pontoon doesn't float across the whole entire lake.
Are we really gonna do that?
No, I'm joking. But in the morning, 5 a.m., 100%.
Dude, 110%. Yeah. Honestly, bro, we shouldn't even wake each other up. We should just see who wins, bro. Just
see who's at the dock first.
Not even wait for each other, bro. I'll just hop in at 5.
I love that.
I hope Logan goes, bro.
He will, bro. Honestly, I hope he does too.
At 5, but.
What if he's here at 3, though? Like, what if he's in.
Should you tell him to come at 3? Ooh, Julia is calling.
What? Oh.
Can I talk to Julia?
Hello? I'm with Jace right now on the podcast on the boat, so I'm gonna have to hang up on you real quick. I apologize.
Yeah, the podcast is important.
Alright, thanks.
Play Hey Julie.
Ooh, Jake texted.
We got Jake in the podcast tomorrow?
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe he works tomorrow, but.
So we're gonna up our podcast experience because we are going to go on Mark's boat. We're not only gonna go on this boat. This is the first level, bro. This podcast is good, but like the next podcast is gonna be double-decker boat. It's gonna be, bro. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be legendary, honestly.
Just imagine the view on that, bro. Like you're literally on top of that tree right now, on that boat, double-decker. But it's gonna be an experience. You know, we're gonna talk about some good things.
Do you think you're critical in the way you teach people, in the way you talk? It's like,
no, I definitely just don't shout things out because I just think it's true. You know, I always.
Do you think you like tell people the truth though when they're like sometimes they'll be like, if you keep being lazy or no, like, dude, I say some stuff like that, like, stop being a loser.
Honestly, yeah. This whole entire week, I made a commitment to myself. I want to be the most transparent and honest person.
I feel like it's important, bro.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, no matter what you say, you got to be really honest. That's my goal right now, which is really hard, you know? It's really hard to be honest when something that you can't really say to someone, but just don't fuck up, you know? Just don't mess up things that you do so you don't have to lie, you know?
Dude, I was listening to, you gotta listen to Andy Frisella's podcast.
Andy
Frisella.
Oh.
He owns First Form, the gym. But basically, he was talking about how he used to be fat. I've never been fat in my life. But like, he now says every time there's like a fat person, he's honest with them, bro. Dude, do you think you'd be transparent to that level? Being like, yo, you need to lose some weight.
Dude, would I?
Yeah. You kind of need to be.
Like, dude, that's hard.
It's a difficult situation.
Yeah, for real. I mean, if you know the person, obviously, tell them straight up. But if you just met the person and you're going to tell them you're fat as fuck, you go to the gym, you know, it's a pretty tricky situation. But as an entrepreneur, you need to handle pressure. That's a really important factor. But I feel like, you know, like if you're trying to genuinely trying to help out the guy, then obviously just don't tell him straight up, you're fat as fuck, go to the gym. But yeah, just tell him, like, just give him a workout plan. Tell him to go to the gym these days. Help him out in that way so he doesn't feel bad about himself.
I'm gonna add to that. I feel like the best way to do that is almost being like, because they need to hear that. Like, bro, I've actually thought about this a lot of times. I don't know a lot of fat people, bro. I don't hang around a lot of fat people. I haven't seen a lot of correlation between people that are obese or unhealthy and how disciplined they are because I only hang around winners. But like I've thought about this a lot. You're in front of an obese person, and you're like, you sit them down, and you're like, dude, you look terrible, bro. I'm being honest with you. You do not look good, and I don't think it's healthy for you, and I don't think people have given you a lot of information. And just come to the gym with me for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, it will change your life.
Yeah.
Do this together.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Yeah.
you're super honest with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we're in a situation now where skinny people will tell people that won't tell. I was actually thinking about this, bro. Dude, we live in a situation now where like people are around fat people, and they're so afraid of offending people that they've actually, like, people know it's unhealthy. But dude, do you really think anybody's actually said anything to that person?
No, absolutely not.
No, bro.
No.
Even like their like mothers and like fathers.
No,
I
yeah,
think about that all
not
the
even
time.
their parents. I can see you're gaining a little bit of pounds on you. You know what I'm saying? You need to go to the gym. No one really does that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be that supportive friend. You know what I'm saying?
You should go get those girls in the pod.
If they help on the boat, then for sure. We'll be talking about how warm the water is. Pretty warm, actually.
I just gonna freeze all up, bro. We could ask them what they feel like about fat people.
But wait. What if one of them's like 200 pounds overweight? Like, what if one of them's fat?
They sound like low value women. Just based on the music they're listening to.
The pontoon?
Yeah, they sound like low value women, bro.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, bro. They're disturbing the peace. In fact, we might have to just meditate just to show how like strong our minds are, bro.
All right.
Alright, bro. But I'm gonna show you how to meditate.
Yeah, what's your technique?
You actually want to see my technique?
For sure. Yeah.
Do you meditate?
Manifest at night.
I'll show you. Just like put this leg in here.
All right.
Is that uncomfortable?
Pretty uncomfortable. I'm not really used to this position.
I've done this so many times where like my legs don't really feel like this, and I kind of like, dude. Some people say when you do like the Tate thing, that actually like opens your mind, but I just do like this. I sit as tall as I can, bro, and I just like. So I'll show you the breathing technique. It's not the Wim Hof or like that dangerous one, but it's like, so I'll breathe in really deep for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds. And you gotta breathe in with your nose.
Okay, but yeah, I did that.
Okay. And then, bro, do that about 5 times.
5 times.
And we won't hit a full meditation on the boat because I feel like I go into like a trance, dude.
Dude, I feel good already just from that one.
You want to do it again?
Absolutely.
I bet, bro. And then you do that, and you focus on what you want, and you're caffeined up, and you just came from a workout, bro. That's how you get anything you want in life. Honestly, I've never seen a technique more effective. And actually, I do two meditations sometimes. One time, it says in the Bible. It's crazy how much modern day things actually appear in the Bible. It says in the Bible to like meditate and think about my face, Jesus' face, God's face, and you will see me there. A lot of people think it's very hard to pray to God, but even like spending time with God, he explains it's a sacrifice. You're sacrificing your time to spend time with God. So even just thinking about God's face, he says to meditate on my face, basically. I'd love to know the verse on that. One day I will. And then I do a meditation where I let my mind flow and I understand. When you let your mind flow and your mind kind of just tells you what you want based on how much you think about it, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you manifest things.
I mean, if you have a clear mind, I mean, that's just an example, right? How you clear your mind.
Dude, I almost love being stressed nowadays because every time I get stressed, I do that meditation and it's gone, bro.
That's crazy.
Sometimes it's actually hard to meditate when you're comfortable.
Why don't you think everyone does it if it helps out?
People, maybe it's another government thing. They're like, oh, meditation, you're a hippie, you're a whatever, what's the Indian guy who's a Zen and whatever, you're a monk.
Oh yeah, true, like those stereotypical.
And a lot of people do meditate, but then a lot of I'm pretty red pilled, but I also meditate, and I don't think it's a spiritual thing. I think it's something that everybody should do because it's how you understand your thoughts, it's how you understand what's going on around you. I actually made this post today. I'm actually gonna read it, bro. It's actually very important because I made it. I made a LinkedIn. I made a tweet about it. Actually, it was on my newsletter. Do you think you're gonna start meditating like that more?
I should. I really should, honestly. Just from that breath, I feel like I'm really more open. You know, my mind was a little bit foggy, but now I just open for the full potential right now.
Nice.
Beautiful lake.
Found it. Anyways, I basically said, going on to that point, that when you're winning in life and when you keep doing things, you don't really feel the progress. Now imagine an infographic or a person stacking coins every day, stacking one coin a day, and then a year goes by and he doesn't really realize because he's so focused on stacking one coin a day, and then one day he just looks back and he sees like the mountain he created. I'd say that's why it's important to meditate, because you understand what's going on, because sometimes things can get away from you. Like that's kind of how it works. You don't understand that you're winning like all the time. One day you just like look back when you're like reflecting, you're like, damn, I've come very far, bro. That actually happened to me. The start of summer, probably in May. Because when you're very effective and you're very productive, you never feel like you're doing enough, even if you are doing a lot. So one day I looked back at May and I looked back at where I was in the winter time, and I look now and I'm like, damn, I've actually accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
I've changed a lot.
I mean, if you're on the grind, you know, like, you're not really focused. Well, you're focused, obviously, but everything's going so fast and efficient. I can see how that went good for you. But consistency is what troubles most. But
That's why it's important to meditate, because you understand what needs to happen. I'm telling you, bro, do that for even 10 minutes a day, and your life will change, bro.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna put down my daily goals, but in the morning. Would you suggest afternoon, morning?
Morning is pretty.
Morning,
Yeah, morning
just to
is
set
pretty
you
good.
up for the afternoon.
Or
And
maybe
day.
do it in the afternoon too.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's very effective when you're stressed out, and it's very effective when you have a problem and you're kind of like you have anxiety. Sometimes when you're comfortable and you're just trying to force yourself to meditate and you don't really have a problem and you're not solving something, it's kind of harder to meditate. It's very interesting, but I think it's very true. Like your mind's just kind of going all over the place. You're kind of like sitting there uncomfortable. Maybe that's why it's hard for some people, because they're too comfortable. They're not in a place where they need an answer. They're not in a place where they're kind of like stranded. They're not in a place where they have chronic stress. Sometimes it's even just like little bottlenecks. I've never embraced stress ever, but there was times where I was like, damn, I don't know how this is gonna happen. This is actually difficult, and I meditated, and it was like, bro, I understand now. I see it as the solution's just coming to you. I can see that. Bro, I can see like just feeling good now, bro.
I feel amazing. I just feel really calm. You know, my arm was hurting from holding this mic, but after that breath, I feel like more rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel stronger. You know?
Yeah, don't be a mouth breather.
I've heard about that.
Makes
I've
your
heard about
face
that.
bad.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Makes disappear. Makes your jawline disappear. Dude,
What about mewing? Do you do mewing?
mewing, where you like put your tongue to the top of your mouth and you like
Yeah, your back of the tongue. Yeah.
suck it? No, I'm not a weirdo. Chewing gum is pretty sick, dude. Fuck.
Yeah,
chewing
gum is. Yeah.
Bro, there's this like, I feel like the pinnacle of man is being able to sit, do nothing, and just understand God and just understand what's going on, feel the waves, like and be like, bro, when you're like jacked, and you're healthy, bro, and you're like able to meditate like that, like that's what being a man feels like. Like, damn. Dude, this is not.
There's a big cloud coming over here.
Yo, it's a tsunami.
Oh fuck!
Yo, Skylar just spilled his coffee, bro.
Shoot. I was gonna drink that once.
Dude.
But
Bro, it's literally an earthquake.
oh, but that's.
What do you have to say about that? You see that too? It's definitely not playing video games.
I think that's a learning experience. Actually, no. Like we should notice something from that. But
What do you think that meant?
Stay calm. I was joking. I can smell the aroma now, just from that cloud. Can't you smell that? It smells beautiful, bro.
Damn, that lightning doesn't sound beautiful.
Yeah. We should not be out in the boat right now.
Yo, should we? All right, we might have to end the podcast. Dude, that was a good one.
That was a really
That was
good
just real talk. That was just like we were just talking, bro.
Off the
Just
dome,
having
yeah.
it.
I love that.
So we're gonna name this. What do you think about the name? Just to clear it up real quick. The Class of One.
The Class of One. Elaborate on that.
I've thought about that name for a while, and I wrote a couple newsletters called How to Be in the Class of One, and you can do it on anything. How to be in the Class of One in business, how to be in the Class of One in fitness, how to be in the Class of One in just any realm of life, bro. And I feel like Class of One podcast
Class of One.
sounds classy, bro. It sounds rich.
Professional and very, very, very simple, so people know exactly.
Should we name the pod that?
The Classic One.
The Class of One.
The Class of One. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I bet.
I can tell you put some thought in that, so I don't doubt it at all. So.
I mean, yeah, it's just 4 words, but. All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Class of One. This was just some heat, bro. We just talked for a little bit.
Let's go.
And now it's raining, so we're gonna end the podcast. Thanks for listening. If you're listening, we're gonna get this up on audio platforms. I'm gonna get on Anchor. So.
All right.
Yeah. Mark next week. Mark Johnson. We're coming for you.
Let's go.